And then I got the
It's my absolute favorite part.
Team Rocket admin, Imposter Professor Oak. I've got like some of the VMAX stuff.
Now streaming, be aware.
All right.
Yeah. But I didn't get the secret Mew. My first pack was the Charizard. It was kind of crazy.
Oh my god, everyone's here and it's 3 minutes after. Let's go ahead and get started. No more Pokemon. I'm sorry, we could talk about Pokemon afterwards if we have to. But this is the first time that everyone's been here within 5 minutes of starting. Last time on Dragon Ball Z, what happened?
I have to set up my laptop.
I
made Justin really mad. I mind controlled him and made him open a gate.
Oh fucking Christ!
That's right. Yeah.
I didn't like how that played out. I'm gonna do better next time.
Yeah, we essentially.
It was bad. It was just dumb. I can do better.
We ran into the Elven army. Someone decided to draw weapons in front of them. Another person tried to stop them. I got mind controlled, but it's okay. I opened a gate.
And Waylon is now the de facto leader of the Amarok tribal elves, and has invited them to move to Margaritaville, if I remember correctly.
Forcing the tribe to go to Margaritaville.
Now, that leads me to a question.
I believe I offered them a place to stay.
Are you in charge of Margaritaville also? Do you have the power to like mass migrate and let in all these people into this country that may or may not be yours?
Yeah, no, Waylon Ginseng is the sole owner of Margaritaville. It's his own land. He owns it. He owns it. He's kind of like the King of England in that respect.
He's a traveling king.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
He owns a bunch of land, and he slowly collected it from his bardic journey. He's really good. Y'all haven't noticed how good he is?
He's amazing. I'm surprised he's still alive.
Is this Dollywood? Is this your Dollywood?
In a sense. With the cool rides and everything.
It's like I just see like Margaritaville. It's just like there's roller coasters with like your face, like each card is your face, and then there's bumper cars also with your face, and then there's a mascot version of you that's like a huge version of you walking around, and people are like doing like the boardwalk stencils because there's no pictures in the time warp, even though there's TV.
There's whatever you want there to be.
It's Lord Farquaad's town from Shrek.
I'm like, I don't know if you've been to a Margaritaville restaurant, but I am picturing that as the entirety of Margaritaville.
All right, let's see if there's one nearby.
The one I went to was just outside of Dollywood, and in the center of the restaurant, they had this giant blender that would swirl with water and create a tornado and suck down, and then it would like fill back up and do that every half hour. It was really something, and we sat at a table right next to it, so when it started going, it got really loud.
I've only been to the one in Panama City Beach, and
I've been to the one in Orlando as well.
There is not one by me. No, wait, there is. There's one in South Carolina, right on the border of North Carolina.
There you go. You'll have to visit. It is. I don't know that it's worth the visit, honestly.
It's worth a visit if you want to pay $15 for a crab burger.
I don't eat seafood, so it'd be a wasted trip.
To be, no. Well, I mean, they'll have a cheeseburger. It's cheeseburger in paradise, man.
They have to have that, surely. I feel like that would be a big ball drop if they did.
So, Amarok Tribe has started the relocation to Margaritaville. You killed the queen, you killed the war chief of the elves.
Yep.
I want to do a slight retcon about how that happened. Okay. I don't think it'll take anything away from your battle, Scott. But when you were fighting, when you were fighting her and you got blown into Santa's house and he was watching TV.
Okay.
You're moving your head like you're a robot.
Okay. Yeah.
He was
15
watching.
seconds.
Yeah, the lag is awful on your end. You should disconnect and reconnect.
It's not gonna fix it.
I want it to though.
That's not how that works.
Oh, it's better all of a sudden.
See.
No, it's not. All right.
Anyways.
So what Santa was watching on TV was Battle of the Bands, and it was you versus the War Chief.
Okay. Santa's a betting man.
He was a betting man. My question is, why was the War Chief in Battle of the Bands?
My question, yeah, that's my thing too. She wasn't a registered contender, was she? Unless she like was a write-in.
How would you know who the registered contenders are? You murdered the only person that could tell you those things.
Well, she didn't say she was a contender when we ran
That's
into her last
true.
time in my past life.
Did you ask her?
Oh, she's mean. Why'd I ask her?
I mean, a lot of my NPCs are mean.
Everyone here gnomes just like all I wanted to do was buy a spear last week, and it became like a 15-minute tangent about the difference between a pitchfork and a fucking trident, and now I have this barbed wire piece of shit.
It's just what the doctor ordered.
And what you don't know is this is actually one of the like legacy relic weapons from the Time War.
Oh boy.
Jesus. Oh, that's one of the ones that fall into the portal. The pitchfork with rusty barbed wire. Oh shit.
I see like Demolition Man, where it's like the future showing off the weapons of the year 2000, and it's just like there's the fucking pitchfork behind glass and like a replica of like what was his name now? I can't remember.
Wesley Snipes.
Brady.
Oh.
Brady's sitting there, but it's like him, but he's like even more handsome and probably like a different race entirely. Where they get it wrong, they're like Brady's not Irish, he's Czechoslovakian. He's got like the you know,
Chiseled
radio
jawline.
Well, if I was voicing him,
Odd
he'd be
other
Eastern
name.
European, so.
I'm Brady. Sorry. I only have so many voices too. It's okay.
Don't worry.
Play
I
to my
have,
strengths.
like two. I have like two. So
What else? What else? Chris, you had a specific question that you asked at the end of last session. I'm going to wait till you get on camera.
Yeah, I'm trying to load my thing now.
Is that how you say I'm trying to stop downloading porn while we're streaming?
Oh no, I'm trying to download more porn and access the stream.
Oh, that's the problem. I've told you this before.
You need to keep it on an external solid state drive with USB 3.0, so the transfer rate's really high, so you don't have to worry about any kind of video degradation as you're streaming it straight off the hard drive.
Well, the problem is he's downloading so much of it while we're on Discord that it's just ruining his video feed.
So, have you ever wondered why your connection is so bad? It's because I'm using your house to house my porn hard drives.
Now this wouldn't happen if you were using today's sponsors, NordVPN.
Oh, one of these days we'll get sponsored. No, we won't.
It won't be Nord.
It'll be if one of us hits the lottery, we'll sponsor it ourselves.
Yep. This is brought to you by me, because fuck everyone else.
I just want to say, like, I miscast a magic item as a paladin, and you let me mind control another player.
I know, and I didn't like it. We'll have to think about that one.
That was so good though, because he opened the gate with the dumbest request ever.
So you had a question, P Sprout. What was your question?
I don't know what my question was. I didn't.
What did you ask the Gnome Guard about the Gnome Army? And the Gnome Guard says
cut to black.
We don't have an army. Do they have Russian accent? They have a Russian accent now. We don't have army. We have militia and the wall. You saw the wall is good defense. Yes.
Your accent is shifted, but yes.
Yes, good defense. And we also have the scout regiment that goes beyond the wall.
I think they might all be dead.
No, they're not. They are due to return at any moment. They are returning from a mission of great importance. They've recovered a lost relic.
Huh. I would love to escort them for safety reasons. And I'm gonna hold up my burnt badge.
Excellent. We could use a what are you? And he tries to grab at your badge to see what it says.
I'm gonna parlay. Let's have some fun. Alright, what is monster? Oh no! I loaded roll 20. Welcome to Dungeon World. Always pull up the wrong one. Alright. What's fun without everything going wrong on here?
I expect a dice roll immediately. It's going to be a 4. I'm betting on a 4. Anyone else want to bet on how Chris is going to screw over the party on this first roll?
Well, if it's anything like me over the last 2 sessions, almost immediately.
Okay, where's our parlay?
No. Excellent. Good job, Chris. Go ahead and mark XP.
Wait, why the hell did it roll twice?
It rolled 2 different things.
And you managed to fail twice in a row.
Oh.
You only get 1 XP.
Well, I wasn't trying to hack and slash the guard. I was trying to convince him of something.
As he snatches the badge, this is clearly a counterfeit, but you saved the city with your quick words. But this is a counterfeit.
I mean, I got it here. So whoever's in the bookkeeping office here clearly issues counterfeit badges. Maybe they were out of the real ones. I don't know. It's what they gave me when I got here.
He flips it over, and is Pea Sprout the kind of person to stamp his symbol on things that he makes that are counterfeit?
I mean, I'm a legitimate whatchamacallit in the Gnome Kingdom, so of course my name's all over it.
So this is counterfeit, but you say it's not, but you're a administrator of this, are you?
This is correct.
Why is this counterfeit? Why did you make a bad badge if you are authorized to make good badge?
Because I think I was given bad materials. Why would I counterfeit my own badge?
I do not know. I don't know I don't know where to go with this, honestly.
Anyway, little gnome man, we'll help you out. We'll escort whoever it is.
They'll be at the south gate in roughly minutes. Convenient amount of minutes.
How far
I'm,
away
like,
are we from
down-
the south gate?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're about you're on the other side of the wall. I mean, you're on the other side of town. You'll be there in
Well, it is Gnome Town. They are short, so it can't be very big.
Yeah, he said minutes, so that's what, 5 steps for us. We'll be there in 30 seconds.
minutes. It'll be that you'll be there in no time at all, and it'll be here in time just for adventure to happen.
Thank you, little gnome man, who I don't know your name.
And I'll be keeping these papers. We'll run investigation on your papers.
Say papers again.
Just take them by my office, which happens to be in this town.
Oh, is it on? Oh, yes, I see it written down right here on the punch card.
All right, to the south gate. You want to accompany us, little brave gnome soldier?
No, I do not. I have to guard this gate. It's my job.
That was a test. Good. Now I don't have to write you up.
The fuck? Get out of here before I press charges for inadequate papers.
Who are you going to tell? I'm the only one that can verify the papers here anyway, so...
I just verified papers are counterfeit. Are you going to argue with Gnome Guard?
Well,
You lucky you saved a city.
Jesus. If you could verify these
I do not wish to see your face anymore. Go away.
swear to God, I'm going to transfer you to latrine duty, little man, and I'm going to walk away.
As you walk away, your divine sense tells you that he is absolutely good.
Damn! I didn't even have to pray for that one. I was ready to swirl around and hack this thing.
I know you
Is there
were.
a sewer grate anywhere near around?
Absolutely, there's sewer grates everywhere.
Yeah, as he walks away, Gideon oozes through, oozes through the grate and jumps
It
down.
takes him into the abyss.
Sorry, no man.
We'll do it. We'll do a Scooby-Doo spinning mystery machine in and out as you approach the gate.
I'm standing there, and I don't know if I'm talking to anybody else in the party, but you just hear me going on this long rented rant. It's like, now you see, an isekai is a show where someone comes from another world and becomes the hero, and that's what I think this body is. My first body was actually a dwarven woman who was part of a cult. She was really cool. I don't remember too much about her. She died to an octopus. The second body was actually the leader of the elf clan that we just helped, but he died falling down the stairs, and then my body got sucked up to this guy who apparently died to a level 1 mob, which is in your equivalent just like a gnome, and you can just see the guard just like falling asleep.
And you're telling this to the guard as you're waiting at the gate for the scout regiment to appear.
Oh, I'm just waiting on like the rest of the party. I'm just like, I got nothing else going on, so I'm just like bullshitting his ear off. Oh, hey, Peace Brown.
As you approach the wall, you see in the distance you see dust being kicked up as horses and wagons carried by horses approaches the gate very quickly, and as they get closer and closer, you see it's a small operation. There looks to be about 20 gnomes, more horses than gnomes, oddly enough, and as they come in through the gate, you see in the back of one of the wagons a cage with a skeleton man inside of it.
Jesus Christ, what's wrong with this guy?
And when you say that, he looks at you.
Is that a
Skeleton
skeleton?
man?
Is it a skeleton man or a skeletal man?
Skeleton man.
I'm gonna
So he
take
is a
out my
skeleton
sword,
that is a man.
and I want to go, what here is evil?
As you do that, nothing in the vicinity is evil, but the skeleton man radiates pure good.
I'm gonna
Oh,
run
no,
up
it's
to him and lay
Jesus.
on hands. Lay on hands,
There
baby.
couldn't be a good skeleton.
Wait. There's a cart, and they're going into the city, and they're passing you by. Are you just gonna like reach up and high five him and lay on hands?
Yeah.
Just
You're gonna kill the
discreetly.
skeleton?
As you say, recall when you said Jesus Christ, he stuck out his hand to wave at you. And when you see his hand, you see a hole through it, like a little hole through the bone. And
Wait a second.
as you graze his hand, applying lay on hands,
Do you know how skeletons work?
no.
No,
These
this
are
is a
magic
magic
skeletons.
planted. Yeah, magic skeleton. You can have a hole through the
Just
bone.
made
Like
you
it's literally just the tendons and stuff are gone, so it's just like the bones are just hovering there where the hole
Yeah.
is.
This is magic. This is magic time war bullshit. I can do whatever I want.
High magic.
I know. I just like giving you a hard time.
As you high five with this skeleton man, you see him glow as you heal him for 1d8, and you see his hair brighten. The skin does not return to him, but he appears to be more lifelike. He's almost glowing.
Imagine he's like the Monty Python man. He's like, I'm not dead.
What do you do?
I'm
Where's the
gonna
wagon
walk.
going?
The wagon? It appears to be going. I mean, it's moving along into the city. It's slowed down a bit since it's not out in the open, and it's inside the city proper. But they are They are headed with a purpose in the direction of the middle of the city.
Oh, I guess this is who we need, or what we need to protect. So let's follow the wagon.
And upon just so it's clear, and there's no ambiguity about any of this shit, this is Jesus fucking Christ. You saw him already at the cultist, and now he's in a cage in front of you.
He could have done something wrong. Did he break a law?
Did you ask him?
Absolutely.
Did you ask him?
I'm not gonna ask him. This was to myself. I'm not gonna break him out of a cage if he deserves to be there. I'm just gonna kind of follow the wagon and see where this goes. That's my plan.
Okay. Is all of the party following the wagon?
I'm gonna walk up to the side of it and I'm gonna be like, "Hail and well met, skeleton friend. It is I, Brody O'Connor. Your humble protector for this road trip out of the city."
He looks at you with his skeleton head. You see no eyes, and he says, "Dude, he's kind of wobbly as he waves his finger. Is there two of you?"
Yes, it is I and Mjolnir, the mule.
Oh, he looks at the mule. He's got wicked energy.
You sound like my friend in the human world, Brody.
In the what? Are they gonna let me out?
Highly doubt it. Anyways, onward to adventure. Just
Yeah.
I feel like you're borderlining Gaston here. Put that out there. That's who I'm imagining you are.
I could picture Brody as Gaston. And then I see like Melvin pulling the strings as a ghost.
no, you got to remember that like Brody died to like a stupid encounter, and I just took over. Like I'm just trying to play the role now because everybody thinks we're heroes.
This is true. Does Brody have family?
Doesn't matter at this point. He died in the other world and came here. He just died again.
He did until.
That's a good question. Okay. I was pondering whether Brody had family, but if Brody died in the real world and was transported to this world where he is on his own, he wasn't like reincarnated and grew up. He was like 1 minute he's there, 1 minute he's here.
He was copy and pasted.
Excellent.
All right, I'm gonna look around for a newspaper.
I mean, they're everywhere. You pick one off the ground.
What does it say?
I think you should roll something for what it says. Let's see how much Peace Sprout can read.
Ooh!
Pea Sprout not read so good.
Impossible.
All right.
What would you get from a newspaper? Keep that in mind when you're looking at these questions.
What happened here recently? I'm reading a newspaper.
Recently. Last time on the newspaper.
What's the name of the newspaper?
That's a good question. I can't think of a gnome pun off the top of my head, and I'm really feeling bad about it.
Arth and Gnome magazine.
I got one. It's the Keebler Times.
Tip of the hat.
These are not elves, damn it.
That's
Gnomes.
a joke.
Garden Days.
What does it say? It says, last
The
time.
gnome, the gnome home.
The Gnome Home. It's on Gnome Street. The newspaper details the new mission that the Scout Regiment has been sent on to acquire a magical artifact from the Twin Tentacles cult. And they went heavily armed and about 100 strong. And there was a big parade going out the gate that day. It wasn't a big affair because it was overshadowed by one of the Battle of the Bands events. but they left recently with many gnomes, many horses, many supplies, and as you can tell, looking at what's left of them, they did not fare well in this counter other than acquire a skeleton man.
So they've stolen a prisoner. Great. Who looks like he should be dead. Alright.
They're repurposing found goods.
The skeleton.
I
Yeah.
get 3 questions. What here is not what it appears to be? Are there any misleading headlines in this news?
You look at the magical art, or you look at the note or the blurb about the magical artifact, and it's kind of vague about what it is. But then you look at the Skeleton Man, and you know that the cultist was using him as a battery to power magic, and you surmise that Skeleton Man is the magical artifact.
Huh, that's... As the dogs freak out.
Dog tornado.
What should I be on the lookout for?
You see a small blurb about. You see a small blurb on a different page in the newspaper detailing the recent advances in arcane magic studies about where they talk about their repurposing magic as a type of explosive. And they are missing a key component in that research to increase the tonnage of their explosion.
I just want to add one thing. This research is being done at the Gnome University of, what is it? Dark Magic Research Facility University place?
Is that its name? Dark Magic University Place thing?
Yes, I like it. The Gnome University.
Good old thing.
Dark Magic. I had a good idea. The Gnome University of Research into Dark Magic.
Is it called Gnomergen?
Ooh.
It is now.
I like it.
No, it's TGUDMR. You know, rolls off the tongue.
Chagunimer!
Really?
Good old Taguminer. My.
You know, we're in the stands cheering at Hogwarts, but no one can beat Tagunimer. Go Tagunimer.
How's their song go?
We are Tagunimer, proud and tiny Noomriggers. We're fighting for science. Oh, look, a crowbar.
I feel like we might have to go check out the university. Or Tagunimer.
Stop by and pick up some apparel while we're here.
We're just all gonna walk around in Tagunimer.
What's, can I... Hold on, I gotta make a roll here now. I need to affect this.
You want to spout some lore?
I want to spout some lore.
The headmaster's name of the university. That's the only other thing I want.
Yeah, you go for the headmaster.
Castor, C-A-S-T-O-R. That's the headmaster's name.
What is it?
Castor.
Pastor.
C-A-S.
Castor. Castor.
Hey!
Like Castro, except reverse the OR.
Oh. R? There we go.
Castor. 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 He's a castor?
Yes.
He castors magic?
Castor magic.
Rolled it. I rolled a 7.
Uh,
I figure we needed a new one.
and this is what Brody knows about spout lore. Well, you tell me a little bit about what you want to know and what you do know, and then I'll tell you something juicy about it.
I'm trying to... Well, as someone who didn't go to a major university and stuff, what is the main thing that you think of when you think of colleges? Mascots. I'm trying to recall if I know what mascot they is and if I've heard of them before.
Yes! He knows the Chagunimer mascot. Give it to him. Just give it to him. This is too good.
The Tagunimer mascot. Oh, what is it?
The Tagoomer mascot is a gelatinous cube. Go fighting globules.
So I'm just gonna point this out. Like, a gelatinous cube could very well be a very explosive object. So that actually is a very
Anything can be an explosive object if you put enough dynamite in it.
Or hot sauce.
I love it.
As far as making that useful or interesting, you as soon as Pea Sprout drops his newspaper, it falls open to a specific page, and you look down, and it says, Tagunimer was having a rampant problem with people stealing the mascot costume.
The gelatinous.
They've had to replace it so many times, and so many have been stolen that they're everywhere now.
And I look down the street, and there's some like 4 people, and like it's almost like one of those Lunar Festival dragons, but it's 4 guys with a giant like paper mache cube, gelatinous cube with Tagunimer U.
Of course, there was that one time when Alpha House replaced it with a real gelatinous cube.
Hate everyone that was holding it.
I'm kind of down for taking Jesus to Tagunimer for study instead of wherever they want to take him.
So wait, as a party, do we want to go check out Tagunimer, or do we want to continue to follow Skeleton Jesus?
Let me help you with that. The wagon appears to be headed to Tagunimer.
Why? Why? I need another question. All right,
Was it not clear why they're going there? I answered your question.
They're gonna go study the artifact.
Oh yeah.
And what do they need? What are they making that they need more energy for? That I just told you.
My worst.
Bombs.
And to swing it around a little bit.
I'm glad Jeff pays attention.
What was it? I was too busy trying to write down the acronym for Tagunimer.
Nuclear bombs.
The Dark Wizards at Tagunimer are researching magical explosives, and they need a bigger source of magic to get the tonnage they want.
Oh yeah, and we know they're not against like harvesting pieces off of living things.
This is true.
Organic resources.
I'm gonna take a bite out of my troll wurst. Let that sink in for a minute.
As he mulls that over in his mind, he just casually chomps a piece of troll. Well,
Where'd you pull this troll wurst out of?
A bag.
Your the infinite bag of holding?
No, not the infinite bag. No. This is just the troll wurst I've always had.
This is the one you keep tied to your back like a sword. That's how you went for it. You went like this.
I mean, I got my big giant like broadsword, and then I've got the troll wurst.
You're fucking Leonardo, except you've got a sausage in one hand.
sausage ninja.
Oh god, I'm so happy. All right. So Sean, as we approach Tagunimer, am I seeing the off-campus housing as we're going there? Like what am I seeing on the streets here? There's got to be some shitty food places for college dark wizard gnome people to eat.
There is.
I guess.
As you get closer to Tagunimer, the area around it gets dingier, and all along the streets you see housing on the upper levels of the buildings. The buildings are between 4 and 8 stories tall, and you see housing. But the first level of each one is some sort of pub or restaurant, and then at the very end of the main street, there is a wall with a gate over it, or there is a smaller portion of the wall with an arch and a gate. If you look to the right, immediately in the gate, you see a bookstore, and then on the other side, you see a magical goods store. And then as You follow in the. Are you going to follow the wagon into the campus proper?
We're
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm taking my time a little bit, taking in the air, looking at the sights with all the busy stuff going on. Imagine it's happening.
Do you want to roll discern realities?
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Why not? What the hell do I need to discern it?
I don't know. You said you were looking around, taking in the sights. That sounds like you want to look at something.
I want to stare deeply into the next passerby's eyes. One question. I don't like that. I feel like some of this is just going to make you do stuff, and I don't know if I want to.
That's a valid point. Be very careful when you ask questions that you may not know the answer to at all, or that I.
What happened here? What happened here recently?
You see confetti. You see confetti everywhere, and you see broken beer bottles. You see some hungover Dark Wizard students passed out in the street.
Hold on, they're called Gudamarians.
You see the Tigudamarian alumnus passed out in the street. You also see some wagons with their the back gates open and with coolers.
My God, we've just stumbled upon the most bodacious frat party I've ever. I've never been to college. I went to a community college. Melvin just trying to act cool. Sorry, guys, but
Did Melvin's community college have a sports ball team?
Community college didn't have a sports ball team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we get much further, and before I paint more of a picture about Tegudamer, what variety of sports ball do they play at Tegudamer that they require tailgating?
I
Hockey?
like Krampus' idea. Hockey, yeah, baby. It's a blood sport here. They're so brittle.
Oh, Jesus.
Scholarships also pay for funerals.
The dental plan at this college is immaculate.
That's how they get the best.
Oh, they have like super well done teeth. They all have like the perfect chompers. When they smile, they're just like glistening white. So like, hello, I'm a student.
I actually want to go a different way with it and say they have a ton of dental work to reinforce their jaw, and they deflect the hockey puck with it so they don't die.
Oh, Jesus.
Pearly white titanium teeth. The perfect smile and defense mechanism. Also repels dark magic. Trademark.
Are you sure? You've just made something canon that might be very bad for you.
I'm
I
gonna
just
cast
heard it.
magic.
I just heard an ad on the radio for their dental plan. Trying to recruit more hockey players because of the recent tragedy.
Okay, so their dental plan isn't to enhance your teeth. Their dentures and their troll toe and fingernails, and that's why they reflect magic.
That is so good canon.
Ugh. That's the
So
top
good.
9 dental plan.
It's a callback from a previous episode, guys. I had to do it.
I mean, that's good. They just got to make them pretty.
You can shine up anything with
Put
magic.
them in a rock polisher.
How would you shine a magic finger and toenail there?
I'm sorry, did I say that the trolls had grubby little fingernails or anything like that? They could be fucking glistening, and now they are.
Well, now, okay. Now they have very, very... Well, that explains why they repel magic.
They're
shiny.
sparkly. By default. They don't even have to put on nail polish.
So are you saying there might be a dentist nearby? I'm gonna...
Yeah, there is. There's definitely a dentist. You'd have to go on the campus proper to talk to him. He's probably in the med school.
Hey guys, do you think we should get some of these magic dentures that they're peddling on their little radio show here? Or you think it's a bunch of BS?
Shouldn't we turn in Skeleton first and then make sure that he gets put away safely, and then we
He's
can
a
hang out
good
on
guy.
campus?
Nobody's gonna hurt him. The voice told me that he's okay. Although he's not looking too good.
I turn to look at him, and I'm like, "You good?"
He falls over.
Yeah, we should probably go get him some help. That's
He appears to not be good. Step aside.
You want me to step aside?
Oh yeah.
Why are you infusing this battery with magic?
Oh. He said he was in trouble.
He did not say anything. He just fell over like a sack of bones, because he is a sack of bones.
I have
What do you
my
want?
hand behind my back on Jesus, and I just healed him while we're having this conversation.
How much did you heal him for?
Oh shit, wrong one. 4.
As you, as the gnome infantry guy is berating you for touching him, Jesus stands up behind you and gasps for air into the lungs he doesn't have because he's a skeleton. So his bones...
I'm gonna dive out of the way and draw my sword. What the hell?
and you did this. I'm gonna grab on him like you did this to yourself.
Wait, who are you grabbing onto? Jesus or...
Pea Sprout. As soon as he drew, yeah. I'm like, this is literally a course of your actions.
Everyone has to put a leash on Pea Sprout so he doesn't cause any problems.
We're not doing a strength check. Last time it did not go well.
Are you willing to put your sword down?
I'm a paladin. I don't lay my sword down for anybody.
Sorry, are you willing to sheath your sword?
Oh god. Character continuity is killing me. I kind of feel like I should do a strength check.
You did this, though. You healed him and you brought him back to life. Why are you scared of him?
He surprised me. I was facing the other way.
You
He stood up behind me.
You're like, I'm so surprised that I reached back up and touched him, and then he went... "Ah!"
Don't forget, I've killed probably as many people as I've healed with lay on hands.
I'm like doubting Pea Sprout's intellectual prowess.
Yeah, now you're catching on to our problem.
Alright, we're doing strength check. Roll strength.
You wanna fucking go? We're gonna fucking go.
Oh no! I rolled a 5.
Oh, I gotta pull up my character sheet again.
This shouldn't be tough. I think you got this.
Please die me. No, he's gonna...
Oh my god.
Hey, guess what? You both rolled below a 6.
Oh wait, do we get experience? Oh god, something bad. Do we get experience for that if it's inter-party?
I'll say this. You two either resolve this yourselves, but if I have to resolve it, those are both fail rolls, and you get XP, and I'll punish you accordingly.
I think we should be punished, honestly. I feel like that's in the game. We failed.
Punish me, Dungeon Daddy.
Take your XP, please never say that.
Okay. Go ahead and take your XP. And as you raise your sword, and as Brody tries to pull it down, he does, and you swing it down too, and the gnome that you were talking to is split in half. And
I want to ask, does the party get advantage?
no, he doesn't have a name, but his children did.
Okay.
Oh god. He was good too. I don't think you detected anyone evil anywhere in the vicinity.
You're right. So my conscience is chewing at me. I'm going to hit him with some lay on hands.
He's in 2 pieces.
I'll hold them together. I get down and I squish them together like trying to repair an Oreo that got split in half.
So we've just publicly murdered a guard on accident, and now I rolled a 9 to fix him. Oh.
So go ahead and roll damage. Or healing. Because it's damage to you. You're going to take this damage.
I want it to be an 8.
I'm going to start saying death is a disease, and if it transfers to you, you die. If you keep killing people and resurrecting them with divine or with lay on hands.
I mean, I kind of feel like lay on hands isn't really like lay on hands. I feel it's like more necromancy.
As you, as Brody fumbles to hold up the pieces together before they could slide too far apart, and you lay hands on him, you heal him, and you can see his body stitched together in a really grotesque way because he's slightly off.
I rolled a 9, not a 7. Wait, can he roll 8? Can he roll 8 or interfere?
Why can he help?
I mean, he was helping. Oh, screw it. He's half stitched together. Off center.
If Brody wants to roll 8 or interfere, he can. But he will be he might introduce more complications.
I would try to do good because this is partially my fault.
Go ahead and mark XP, Brody.
Justin, you should stay away from me. I feel like I'm just dragging you.
As you try to hold him up, you flinch at the grotesque nature of him, and you slip a little too far on one side, so that his head is like coming together at a bad angle, and he's healed for 4 damage, but then his brain flops out. Like half of it flops out and lands on his head, and he's sitting there like eyes crooked, face kind of wobbly, looking at you, and his brain's just hanging out on one side of his head.
Hold on, there's
Is there something you can do to fix him? I would love to hear that.
Oh no, there's nothing I can do to help him, but there's an image I'm going to share from an old horror movie that kind of sums up. It's a little grotesque, so I apologize.
I've seen our Discord before.
Yeah, I'm marking it as a spoiler, just in case. Kind of fucked.
I'll pull it up on my phone so I don't have to stream it, unless I want to.
I love that movie.
There is a lot of John Cage or Nicolas Cage going on in our. Yeah, like that. Except like. Yeah, like that.
13 Ghost style.
Like that mixed with like Resident Evil 1 kind of thing. I don't know if you recall the lasers from the Resident Evil 1 movie.
Oh yeah.
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 And he's like,
Okay, well, my work is done.
he is wobbling uncontrollably. Like he appears to not have control of his faculties, and the other guards take notice of him. It's like, the fuck happened to... What's his name, Chris? Now that you've almost murdered him, what are you going to call him?
His name is going to be Larry.
Larry. And you know what his kid's name is?
Sandra.
It's little Timmy.
This was all an accident. See, I feel like you drive the knife in deeper when we just accidentally do something. We happen to the world, and
the world just like let you do it, and it's awful now. All the gnome guards start to pull out their weapons and point at you, since you appear to be holding him together, Brody. Step away from Larry.
If I drop him, he's gonna fall apart even more. Is that okay?
there's only
No,
one.
what of little Timmy? There's nothing to like. You can't He's already fused together. You can't fix him more. He's fused.
That's what I tried to do.
Okay.
I drop him, I guess. Like.
Okay, Chris. You did you mean to do it twice? Are you like, bow bow?
I'm panicking a little bit. Yeah, I've hit him. I blasted him twice.
Okay, roll your damage twice.
My
Okay, so you have taken like 10 damage of lay on hands yourself in the past like 30 seconds. Pea Sprout.
That's it. I'm dead.
Are you're dead?
Yeah, I can't come.
All right. As Peace Sprout, like he's like, I don't know, like E Honda from Street Fighter, lay on handsing him, and then Peace Sprout just like falls over, dead.
I kind of do like a.
And
I think he got exhausted from using lay on hands too much. Can someone help with this? I'm kind of busy as I'm surrounded by by gnome guards.
I'll play a healing song.
and as we cut to black, of no. You can mark XP, and we'll deal with that in a second. Peace Sprout, as everything goes dark, and you find yourself slipping from the light, you wake up.
Can we resolve the rest of the party first?
No.
Willing- Oh no. All right.
As you fade to black, you land on a black void, and standing before you is the man you made a deal with before, the man, woman, deity, the thing, the being that you made a deal with before death, standing there, robed, taller than you.
Couple lips.
And he's shaking his head like, I didn't know it was going to go down that way.
Trying to do the right thing.
There's nothing about what happened up there that was the right thing. That was a constant string of bad things and panicking, and then you're dead.
This kind of sucks. I'm gonna reach for my troll worst to at least have that.
As you reach for it, you realize you're naked. You don't get to bring your clothes with you to the afterlife. But you're standing there with death. You reach, you don't feel anything, but then you like look to the side and you see someone standing cross-armed right next to you, and it's Constantine.
Who the fuck are you?
And now, how does this interaction go, Chris? They're both your characters.
They're both gonna like puff out their chest and be like, "Who the f are you? Who are you?" Like slapping each other.
God,
I asked you first.
This is complicated. Okay. Who the fuck are you? So, you know how you kind of like to make deals and trade things when that's not necessarily a good thing? I'm kind of the reason behind that. Couldn't quite control you because you're a strong-willed bastard, as we've seen throughout all of the things that have happened to you. And I may or may not have helped you make a deal here with death. So, I'm not sure why I'm here, though. And maybe Sprout's just gonna look at him and be like, wait, what are you talking about? Your death? Happening to you? John?
You keep like fading out a little bit, so I can't hear you.
Oh, I said, and your death. Pointing at death.
He waves. And
Why am I here?
he holds up a finger. Death is raising his hand in his own domain.
Okay. Yes?
This is weird. I said when you died, you're done. But now you died and there's two of you. The deal was for one. Why don't you decide amongst yourself who gets to go back?
Are both characters in this situation naked?
Yes. bare ass naked. For the children at home, it's foggy around their midriff.
Constantine is going to turn to Pea Sprout and say, you know, there's two of us and one of him. I bet we could take him. And you know what Pea Sprout's going to say? No. Yes, you need to take this guy. And he's pointing to Constantine.
Are you in agreement?
No. Constantine's going to say, I'd like to see you try.
Constantine's being cocky around death. Or is he being cocky around Pea Sprout?
Oh, it's definitely saying that to death.
Before we go any further, I pose this to you, Chris. This is your decision on who you get to play now, but it is either 100% Pea Sprout or it's 100% Constantine.
Being good is so hard. so hard. Okay, I need a minute. Flashback to the party. I gotta think.
All right, as Waylon is strumming on his wait, he has a does he have a wind? You have a wind instrument, right? Not a strumming
No, I
instrument.
have a very fancy lute. I have
Okay.
a very fancy lute.
As you are going to town on it, like all of the strings break at once
Well,
because you strummed with your knife instead of your hand.
I want to say that I tried to heal, but like this whole scene has really just kind of brought Waylon's whole scene down, and he just couldn't finish the song. Just couldn't do it.
You're bumming me out, man.
He played only 3 chords from like Join the Black Parade, where it's like, doo, 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 king.
And then Waylon, if to add insult to injury, you hear a bunch of clicking behind you,
Oh God!
and you turn.
Behind me.
And you turn to see a bunch of students with their phones out snapping pictures of Waylon Ginseng singing over the mangled corpse of a gnome guard.
Oh well. When I notice a crowd, I'm going to try to perform the song a little bit better.
Okay, well, your lute is broken.
Well, I can acapella.
Absolutely.
See, true professional.
He just beatboxes it.
Can't stop, won't stop. What is the goal here? Are you trying to heal the gnome? Or are you trying to...
Waylon just saw the people taking the pictures, and he got worried that he was playing awfully on record. So,
I mean, is he playing awfully on record, or is he singing to a corpse in the middle of a street?
he's singing a very good healing song to his dead corpse friend while he's being recorded.
This is not good publicity for Waylon.
I don't think it is.
GMZ.
As you start to do your acapella tune, and you said you're pointing it at Pea Sprout's body.
Yeah.
You can see, like, when you sing, do the notes take visual form and flow around somebody or something, or is there like a visual component to your healing?
For the healing, yes.
What does it
When
look like?
When I'm singing the song, it is kind of a melancholy song, really beautiful, and it creates a kind of a blue aura that comes out and wafts around and envelops the corpse and lifts it up into the air and kind of gently resuscitates it.
Okay, as you do that, you see the blue aura come out. And then when it encroaches upon the personal space bubble of Pea Sprout, you can see it start to go brittle and black and decay outwards. and then dissipate, and he is not lifted off the ground. And you hear a voice in your head that says, "This one is mine. Do not toy with me, mortal."
And Waylon turns around and sheds a single tear and wipes it away and says, "He was a man." He walks off.
That was the best eulogy anyone's ever given my character. He was a man. Oh my
Chris, you
God.
just sent me a question that's very interesting.
I don't know what to do with it. Like that's the crux of
Somebody has,
Well, actually,
like the
I do
devil
know.
has claim to Constantine's soul. Is that the reason that Peace Sprout has to go?
I guess I would go this route. I would just say, like, I don't think death can actually take Constantine's. Oh. So there's only one answer.
Okay.
And it's a very shitty, terrible one.
Death. Okay, in the last exchange, Constantine said something along the lines of, "I'd like to see you try." And as Death takes a step towards Constantine and tries to put a hand on him, and then it's rebuffed. Like he can't touch you. He cannot touch Constantine physically. And he takes his hand back, and he says, "This one is protected by something beyond me." And then he looks to Peace Sprout, and he says, he gestures and he says, "Come along."
Have I not served you well?
You have, and your time is up.
I think Peace Sprout's gonna try and attack Death. That's what he's gotta do.
As he,
The only-
like he's just gonna throw a fist at him.
Yep. He can't go quietly. It's not a style.
He won't go quietly into the night. As he throws a fist at Death, the defiant last stand, Death catches his hand with his bony hands, and as if Peace Sprout was nothing anymore at all, he just dissolves into a red flickering magic before disappearing, and the flickering magic is siphoned into Death's scythe.
Now that the cinematics are over, I feel like there's a deal we can make here. I clearly have a problem, and I need some help.
You do have a
And
problem.
You clearly have a need for, whatever weird bullshit you were having him do. So I think we have some common ground here.
I think we could solve each other's problems.
What do you need?
What is it that you want?
Well, you see, you can't touch me, right?
That is
And
peculiar.
Whatever mumbo jumbo is going on here is probably not boding well for me if I go back to wherever the hell I came from wherever the hell we are right now. So I would prefer not to, deal with deals that I may have made in the past in haste.
Let's handle it this way. Here's my proposition for you. You go out and do my bidding, fulfill my request. Functionally, this is like Boss from Beyond. Same thing as the Krampus has. Y'all are all going to have patrons at some point. Freaking Christ. And I will siphon off magic from each request. He does air quotes with his little skeleton fingers. In order to break whatever this hold is that's over you.
Are you even strong enough to do this? This isn't my first rodeo.
This magic is not beneath me and not above me. It feels like me but different. I think, given appropriate amount of energy, we can do something about it.
I only sign deals in writing. We gotta consecrate this somehow. And, your bones, so we can't do a blood pact here. Doesn't quite work.
He pulls out a small stone tablet out of his pocket. He says, "Well, that's good. I deal in rune packs."
So, as someone whose entire existence has been deals, I know that that's bullshit. Okay, how about this? How about you let
You know that it is bullshit in your world.
I deal in collateral. How about you let me use that pretty scythe of yours, and then I'll return it when you fulfill your part of the bargain.
He ponders that, and he twirls the scythe in between his two fingers like it's barely there, and he says, "I think we can make a deal."
I want to try to call the scythe to me.
I think we have to figure out what the fuck your character is before we can decide that you can magically summon a scythe.
I mean, where it doesn't have to work in the real world. I mean,
Make him into a cleric.
I have great ideas for the character sheet, but anyway, I want to summon the scythe. Let me do it.
He releases the scythe as you reach for it, and it flies from his hand to yours. And as you lay your hand on it, in blink, Constantine finds him in the middle of the street, naked,
Nice.
next to the body of Pea Sprout.
Well, this is unfortunate. Do you really want me to take everything from Pea Sprout? He's got some real strong magical armor.
Can you wear that armor? We don't even know what the fuck you are.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find a plain black robe.
Well, this is the place to do it.
I know. I'm going in the clothing store.
Hold on, are you a wizard? Are you a necromancer?
I mean, I'm thinking. I mean, necromancer's real good with death, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
I mean, it's neither here nor there. We don't need that.
We're gonna play fast and loose with your rolls for a little bit until we figure this shit out. Don't make me roll anything to kill you for the foreseeable future. Don't make me think too hard about your health. As you appear naked, and then as you lift yourself up, you see a black robe folded up right in front of you on the ground with a little note that says, "For Constantine," a little bow on it, black bow.
Hugs and kisses.
It does have X's and O's.
Constantine's gonna put his robe on, tuck the note into his pocket, and look directly at Brody and be like, "I missed you, Melvin."
Constantine, is that you? You died too. It wasn't just me.
Show him the scythe. I'm not sure what this does, and then I'm just gonna like cut something with it.
It doesn't do anything. You don't know what you do yet.
I know.
You're good.
And I break it.
It just immediately shatters.
One of the gnomes speak up. "I know a blacksmith that could fix that for you.
Oh, God.
He sells excellent tridents."
Oh yeah, you mean like the one my friend has right there?
Oh, that's a special. It's got the barb tips.
The legendary 3 prongs of tetanus. I read about this.
We call it the Big T. Pig TT, Tetanus Trident.
Only available here at Too Goodimer.
The blacksmith is a Tagunimer alumni.
That's how he got the job. Oh, Jesus. So, I'm going to walk over to the Krampus and be like, hey, Krampus, I think I have a very interesting place that we can go at some point. And Krampus says nothing.
Krampus. Scott,
Yo.
you're the Krampus, right?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was answering a work email that came in super late. Sorry. What's up?
Chris.
Oh. So, Constantine walks over to the Krampus and says, hey, I think I have a very, very interesting place for us to take a trip.
What do you got in
really
mind?
Powerful magic? I think we can go to Death's Domain. I'm not really sure what it is. Kind of a black, empty void.
Do you understand the gravity of the situation you were putting the party in by going to Death's Domain?
I got this cool pointy thing. And I may or may not have made a deal.
What? Why do you want to go to Death's Domain?
Look around, you know, just hang out. Could be a fun place. There might be really powerful stuff there to trade for other stuff. I don't know. Just
Wait, hold on. We just got to Goodimer. We were gonna, deal with the skeleton man, and I wait to the skeleton man.
Skeleton Man's gone.
And then
The wagon's gone. Y'all sat here forever talking. They've gone into the school.
Okay.
all right. Let's look at your skeleton man. Jesus, Meldog, you're always keeping us on the right track.
Well, apparently not, because they left. They're just gone.
Except for Larry.
I'm gonna start walking in that direction. Oh, I forgot one important thing. I'm gonna turn around and walk over to Pea Sprout's body. I'm gonna grab 2 things: the Troll Worst and the infinite bag of Troll Worst.
Okay.
Steal
Anybody
the
else?
shoes too.
Anybody else want anything off of this corpse formerly known as Pea Sprout?
I kind of look down at Pea Sprout, and then I kind of go, I should feel bad, but I don't. Is that weird? Anyway, it's just me. He was.
All right,
he was-
I'm gonna loot my own corpse. I'm gonna grab that wand. I think I could trade it for something pretty nice.
Brova says, steal his shoes.
Wait, wasn't Brova's backstory all about trying to defeat Pea Sprout in honorable combat?
It sure was.
Wasn't that Pea Sprout's story, not Rova?
I don't remember. Someone had.
No, so Pea Sprout had bitch slapped Brova back at the Gnome Waffle House.
That's
So,
right.
yeah, Brova
It
had
was
a grudge
actually the
against
other
Pea Sprout.
way.
Was
It
it?
was the other
Was
way.
it-
Yeah, it was the other way.
No.
Brova put Pea Sprout through a table with a metal gauntlet.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And then it was his
Same.
quest to defeat. Actually, I think it was to defeat. Oh, it was like defeat an honorable combat or something. So that's the end of our friend.
Yep,
Pea
you're
Sprout.
right. Pea Sprout wanted to kill me. It's on the character sheet.
Bold letters. Pea Sprout wants to kill me.
Avoid Pea Sprout.
Who the hell is Gustav?
Is that Papa?
Why do I-
Or is that your brother?
Why do I have Gustav's notebook? What is this?
Oh, he's the wizard. I mean, he's the wizard that you cut in two. Because I said he was evil. And you were just like, he's evil, gotta murder him right now on the spot.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shake him down and take anything that looks interesting and leave all the armor and all the paladin-y shit.
You do you.
Dude was sick.
You gonna throw his body in the alley?
Toss it in the trash.
Eat.
Huh. I was like, don't tempt me, Sean. I'll try to force his body into the infinite bag of troll words.
Are you sure you want to do that? Do you have the strength to open up that bag and try to put something inside of it?
I don't know how strong Constantine is.
How about you throw his body in the sewer and we just forget it was ever there?
Yep. He's into the trash can. I'll delete a bunch of stuff from the inventory. Crossbow and all that shit.
Okay.
There's like a rubbish pile out behind the college, and you just toss it on.
That's the saddest way to, like, get rid of a character. He's, like, thrown in the garbage.
Just slip a burlap sack over the head and just toss it in.
Wrap his body in wrap his body in newspaper, and we'll put him on the doorstep of someone we didn't like.
No, prop him up on the corner and let rigor mortis set it. And put like a cigarette in his mouth with some sunglasses.
We could just do Weekend at Bernie's.
Exactly.
Just carry
Make
the
him
body around.
make him look like he's just slumped like up against the wall somewhere.
Jesus. No respect for the dead. We didn't even give this poor bastard a funeral. Oh well. Ooh! Can I sell him to someone?
Oh, that's even more
Krampus is gonna take his
disrespectful.
Krampus is gonna take his flaming sword and light the body on fire.
To prevent further desecration of the corpse.
Problem dealt with.
I mean, that's better. But God.
It's a funeral pyre in the middle of the street in front of the Dark Wizard School, just like he would have wanted.
There's probably a bonfire that was used during partying and during college festivities. We could just relight it up and use that.
Throw it.
We formed the funeral pyre out of rubbish from the
God, you guys must have hated Peace Bro.
What does the party want to do?
We're going to fight Jesus. Literally.
I feel like we've killed off the Geldar questline altogether now.
That wasn't my, well, it was my doing, but it's your fault.
My
You
fault?
and your
I gave you a choice.
abomin- Well, I didn't even realize I was killing myself until I was like, oh shit.
Well, you said, well, I asked because I know that this damage adds up. You're like, are you sure you do this? Are you sure you blast him 3 times, basically, back to back?
Oh, I'm not.
And this
I'm
is
not complaining.
this is the only way a paladin who is fucking invincible would die. By his own hand.
God,
Game.
This is fucked up on so many levels, though. Like, I just literally, my old bastard deal-making character plot armored himself enough that a paladin just got, like, straight up, I don't even know.
reverse healed.
I love it, though. I didn't realize that would, like, that choice, as soon as you're like, you have a choice, I was like, I don't think I do. That's why I sent you a message. Alright, so we're going to find Jesus in, oh fuck, what is it? Not Termdir. What is it, Justin? I forgot.
Goodmer.
To Gudimer.
You're gonna go to You're going to Gudimer. The gate is closed. It is in front of you. As you approach it, it is locked.
I knock.
It's a gate, metal. It's not much to knock on. You could rattle it, I guess.
Hello? Hello?
The 2 guards appear from the other side of the gate, and they say, "Welcome to the Gudimer. Where is your student ID?"
we're part of the group that was here to drop off the secret skeletal package.
I feel like this is a parlay.
Oh, it absolutely is. I want to help out and just kind of like, point at the scythe, skeleton man, death.
Sure, roll help out. Let's see if we can make this interesting.
I rolled a 9.
It could be a complete success, and I don't have to ask you for more.
Where the hell is help out?
Am I back?
Yes.
My router died. I had to reset it.
Oh no!
Your internet looks good now. You don't look like a robot.
Hooray! Maybe that's what. I don't know.
It's
Anyway.
complete success.
Take +1,
What,
my
what did I
child.
miss in the last 2 minutes?
We're going in the gate.
Opens the gate, and the other guard comes over and unlocks the chain and opens it.
Is it just like one sad little like master lock padlock?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Good job, gate opener. He grunts and wanders back. Welcome to Tugumder. Tugumder. I'm not paid enough for this name.
Where exactly can we find the lab that our super secret skeleton is at?
If you follow the tracks left on the mud and paved stones where you see the wheels have gone, I think you can find it. It's very muddy on Tugundamur land. And as you follow those tracks, actually, you're a ranger. You have a tracking thing, don't you? I hate to take an opportunity away from you to roll the dice again.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm a good little tracking boy.
You
aren't I?
know exactly where to go, don't you, ranger?
Yeah, you follow a creature's trail until there's a significant change in direction or the mode of travel.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Excelente. As you follow the muddy wheeled tracks into the campus proper, you come to a building that has what looks like a driveway into the basement. But as soon as the wheels, as soon as it looks like where the wheels would meet the stone connect, there's no mud. The driveway is perfectly clean, as if magically so.
Trail ends here, folks, and so does my ability to track, because it's kind of hard to follow not wheels.
Can I discern realities and just look for the wagon?
Absolutely, roll discern realities.
Oh. Constantine is a baller when it comes
What is
to
he?
rolling.
What is his stats? He has +1 wisdom.
Oh yeah, I need to...
Do you need a new character sheet?
Yeah, I probably do. I mean, that's what I was saying. We can just use this for the rest of the session and I won't use the abilities.
Okay. Well, I've created a blank sheet for you to tinker with. Okay. You have 3 questions to ask.
What here is useful or valuable to me? Do I see the wagon?
You don't see the wagon. You see a driveway that goes into the underside of this building, and at the wall where the driveway ends, you see a garage door. What you see that's interesting, or what's useful or valuable to you in this moment, is you see a keypad that you discern could be used to open up the garage door and enter it.
I want to walk up to the keypad I'm gonna ask, what happened here recently? Do I see like smudges on the keypad or anything?
That's very clever. And what happened here recently is someone entered using the keypad, and because it's so clever, they had muddy hands when they did it, and you can determine the various numbers that were used to enter the garage.
What were the numbers?
Oh, 1337 69 420.
So now we're gonna try that on every keypad. There better be a lot of.
Maybe it's a consumer
Sal.
thing.
And let's
This reminds me of in the National Treasure movie when they were trying to break into the Declaration of Independence room. The password on the system ended up being Valley Forge.
Oh yeah.
Because, let's have a themed password for one of the most important documents in, United States history. But it's okay. If you put an exclamation point, it becomes safer.
As the I guess door or whatever opens, and I look inside. What here is not what it appears to be.
As you look in, you see an empty room, walls on all sides, a flat floor, and in the center of the flat floor is a round stone circle etched in the ground that's elevated slightly. And while this appears to be a garage of some sort, but barren, that is not what it is. It is what appears to be an elevator activated by standing on the stone circle in the middle of the room.
Hey guys, I think we should go stand on this thing. As I
Why?
step forward, because I think it's an escalator or an elevator.
It's just a pressure plate?
You got me, man. I've been trapped inside P-Sprout for like eons.
You're the one that's determined this is an elevator, Constantine. Why are you not sure of this?
I mean, I'm pretty sure. Look at it. Looks like an elevator or an escalator.
Where have you seen elevator pressure plates before, Constantine?
When they upgraded the mall. Mate. That's lore now. The mall.
What mall?
What are you talking about?
I'm so lost in that.
I actually don't know. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
The original mall. Where we
Like,
found it.
way back in Monster of the Week?
I'm gonna nix that one. You need a better answer, Mr. Stealer of shit. You've done some tomb raiding, haven't you?
That is true. Oh, yeah. We'll spout some lore for this.
Excellent. We'll spout some Constantine lore.
Did even Constantine hang out at the mall? Because that was kind of like a Flanagan, Melvin, Gideon, and Klaus kind of thing. Like
It
was.
was, and it was also very far away from the city. It was like in a different town with a college.
It was like 8 hours away.
Remember wasn't Constantine there with the merry-go-round? Like, we went to the mall for some dumb reason one time.
No.
What am I thinking of then? Maybe the merry-go-round was with Klaus. Oh god,
It sounds like something Klaus would do.
Anyway, when I was exploring the tomb of Mylar, the goldsmith, he had a very, very similar looking structure to get to his hoard.
You said Myler the goldsmith, not the stonesmith?
Nope, goldsmith.
Okay.
He had a hoard of gold in this secret chamber. Although his was hidden in a bathroom. Pretty clever place.
So you had to sit on the toilet to activate the pressure plate?
Yeah. Very similar runes though, so I'm 99% sure this is the same thing.
Do you want to roll spout lore?
Oh, you want to give me something else? I'll roll for it. Where's the lore? Boom. Give me something else. I'll give you another riff. A difficult to explain detail.
I'll give you something. As you look at the pressure plate and you examine it, and then you look and you think back to your time when you were at the goldsmith's tomb investigating. You notice the similarities in craftsmanship between the stone pressure plates, and then you think to yourself, I know a magical mason who knows how magic's pressure plates work. And it's Pea Sprout's dad.
Okay, I got one. I'll retcon a little bit of what you said. As I examine it, we see the crest, like his basically family signature.
His stamp, so to speak.
Yep.
That is something interesting, not necessarily useful. Make it useful. Or don't.
Plus, I also believe this fine piece of craftsmanship was made by our dearly departed's father. And I'm going to point to the seal. I don't know if anyone else would recognize it.
Look at it, and I kind of just... Looks like Lord of the Rings Elvish. I don't know how you got anything out of Pea Sprout's mother or grandfather or whatever.
What is the point? Sorry. We're trying to enter Death's domain through whatever this is. Is that what we're trying to do?
Nope.
No, I don't know where we're going. It's just an elevator, and I'm trying to convince you to get on it.
You're trying to go deeper into Tugundar. Tugudmer. You're trying to get into
It's the South
Tugudmer.
Harmon Institute of Technology.
You're trying to get there.
Nobody gets that reference.
Oh yeah.
Let me see your wiener.
Wait, what did you say?
I said it's the South Harmon Institute of Technology.
What is it? What are the guys
That
like?
would be
Shit. Your college acronym.
an air conditioning college, isn't it?
It's from. Oh Jesus. What is it?
No,
Is
that's community. That was like the trade school. No, this is the one with the guy from Tusk and Lewis Black.
Yeah, Lewis Black was. They paid him to be the dean of the school. I fucking love Lewis Black. This is how much I love Lewis Black. I have like a lot of his stand-up specials on DVD.
Heck yeah. We saw him a couple of years ago here in town.
I'm jealous. Wait, he came here?
He came to Columbus, yeah.
Ah, I would have driven out there for that.
Yeah, it was a small crowd too. It was really good.
Anyways, not to sidetrack anymore. So, I guess the Krampus is just gonna stand on the pressure plate and see what happens.
Does everyone stand on the pressure plate or stand in the area? Does everyone come in before I separate the party?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna wrap my arm around Mel Dog. It's been too long, man. I feel like I've been in a shoebox.
Yeah, it was very weird being in someone's body, but you know, the more you die, you kind of just become the person. At this point, I just stole someone's hollow shell. You know, I kind of feel bad, but this dude kind of,
Are you the nobody or the heartless?
Ah, Kingdom Hearts joke. I'm more like a Roxas, maybe a Ventus, like where, you know, like I'm someone else's persona, but not like Sora really, but, you know. I don't know, that game got confusing after 365.5 days.
With constant.
I just started playing the first game, so.
With Constantine's lack of Kingdom Hearts knowledge, he's just going to go, yeah, I think I'm a Sagittarius too.
I sure hope Sora gets into Smash Ultimate. We just got the second pass by the time he died, so who knows what happens.
Man, this elevator is taking forever. I'm going to stop my foot.
It's still going.
Just as I'm like rattling off, you're hitting the pressure plate more, trying to get it to go faster.
This is a loading screen. You can't stop it.
Oh, it's the Mass Effect like elevator that you couldn't skip.
Hey, that's how they do it in Metroid Dread as well. The elevators are loading screens.
Yeah, Nintendo doesn't know how to preload anything.
Everything in... Never mind, I got nothing. As the elevator comes to the bottom, as it reaches the ground, and all around you is a massive flat surface filled with what looks like tables, gnomes in... or workbenches, work tables, gnomes in dark robes. You see some gnomes in some overalls with goggles on. You see some beakers. You see some chemistry tables.
Do we see Dr. Honeydew as well?
I don't know who that is, but no. Oh, you mean... Okay. No. You do...
That's his name.
You see what would amount to a giant workshop filled with tons of different craft professions, all working together to create something. And it goes on for what appears to be an endless amount in all directions.
Ow.
This is pretty neat. I'm going to walk over to one of the lab benches and look and see if there's anything with labels on it.
Do not touch!
You know what this reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
It reminds me of... You ever seen this movie?
The fuck?
No.
It's a Dr. Seuss movie. Or a Theodore Geisel movie.
Oh, yeah, it's that weird,
The Thousand Fingers of Dr. T.
Yeah, that's right. I've heard of that. I've never actually seen it.
It's weird. That's what... Immediately upon Sean saying that it was like stretching out as far as you can see, this is what I imagined.
I like it. I'm on board.
Is this the Squid Games that we were that everybody's been hyping up so much?
I need to watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway. So...
Do not touch!
I want to roll to see if I recognize this guy.
How would Constantine recognize a random gnome in a...
Shit.
How would he recognize him before you rolled his dice? Where would you know him from?
Well, I'm more lying to him. I'm going to act like I know him. Because I don't know if he's hostile or friendly, and he doesn't really know us. And we just went to a secret lair. So pseudo parlay.
Act like you belong, but okay.
So I'm basically, my intention is to give him a name, and it's going to happen to be his name. And then I'm going to make shit up from where I know him from. It's a total lie. Because Constantine kind of does that sometimes.
Okay. So what are you rolling? What do you want to roll?
Back and slash. No, I'll roll parlay. Oh!
Do not touch! Guards! We have a crazy man trying to touch my shit. And you hear the pitter-patter of feet and spears hitting the ground as two guards approach you and say, "First, take an XP."
So I get 2 now. The guard told me to take.
Second, where are your papers? Give me your papers now.
Sorry. I'm the new tour guide showing these new STEM officiates, and I kind of like wave my arm around to Gutenberg Science Labs. They're very close to getting the prestigious scholarship here, and I'm just making sure that our friends, including the mule, all make it in, so we can get them going for that hockey scholarship. Am I right?
You know, right words. Where is the mule? Is he going to play the goalie? Is that the goal? Oh,
No.
if we had a mule in the goal or up front, it'd be amazing. Why does his eyes look like lightning?
No, you see, he's actually the pack mule. He's gonna bring in our sticks, so we don't have to carry him. So our guys are gonna be better at hockey.
So we're not going to put ice skates on the mule?
Maybe for the halftime show.
Okay, I dig it.
Yeah, I thought so.
All right.
Okay, now I'm gonna touch stuff and look around while he's distracted.
Do not touch his desk. He's a nosy bitch. Go touch someone else's desk. If you need...
I'm going to turn around and touch the desk behind him.
Which appears to be unoccupied.
And start going through drawers. Keep going.
There is craft tables in all directions, and the answer is
no,
to dig in the first one you see, and if that doesn't work, dig in the second one.
You said don't touch that one, so I went to the next one.
All right, as you ransack this craft bench, what kind of profession is at this bench?
I'm going to say that I find some wrapping paper.
Okay, excellent. I think roll investigate a mystery. Not investigate a mystery, discern realities to see what we can find out about what's going on at this specific craftsman table.
Oh shit, I don't have any of the moves on my new sheet. I was looking at the new sheet, my bad. I gotta rebuild this whole thing. Jesus. Okay.
Just roll 2d6 plus 1.
Okay, I rolled a 10.
There you go. You got 3 questions. What are they?
What here is useful to me as I look at this piece of wrapping paper?
As you look at this piece of wrapping paper and you take in the entirety of the craft station, you notice a small picture in the corner, and it shows a little Christmas elf and a Christmas mama and a Christmas papa standing as what appears to be holding up what appears to be an acceptance letter. It appears that the inhabitant of this craft station is a foreign exchange student from the North Pole.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You wanted wrapping paper. You said it, man.
Foreign exchange student.
What happened here recently? I dig through the other drawers. Like, why is the person not around?
As you dig through the drawers, you find little metallic models of Santa's sleigh, and the first one appears to be appears to be crushed and twisted, and then there's another one next to it where it's slightly it's been repaired slightly, and there's a few of them that are increasingly being fixed, but it doesn't reach the point where it's completely repaired yet. And these are all mock-ups or models of the repair process.
Huh. And what should I be on the lookout for? Or actually, you pick the question. Pick whatever one you
No,
wanna go
I
with.
don't pick the question. You pick the question.
Yeah, I'll go with it. What did I just say? Oh, I think I just killed the
Wait, what should you be on the lookout for?
Yes. I
Um,
notice any.
how familiar with Santa Claus is Constantine?
He's dealt with the big red man. The Klaus version of Santa Claus specifically, though.
from a from a from a Constantine perspective, you know that Peace Sprout was on the nice list, and the entire party was. You know that you don't know what Constantine was rated on the list at the time because he didn't exist, or maybe he did, but he wasn't listed. And rummaging around on one of Santa's people's desks, or maybe stealing something and getting caught with it, will definitely land you on the naughty list. And if you land on the naughty list, well, I don't know who Santa would send to deal with you. But maybe I do. Krampus.
Oh.
See, I like to think of it as Flanagan wouldn't do anything, but Santa can kind of override that, so to speak.
I like to think of it like the mind control wand. You can roll like Constitution against, or the hunger. I mean, the hunger really works for that.
No, I am the Krampus, so there is no. I feel like that I would be rolling against that at a great disadvantage.
That makes sense.
Because a deity is willing their what would be the proper phrase for it? I'm drawing a blank, but
You're pretty much a minion. Krampus is a minion. You're not his avatar, that's for sure.
no, not his avatar.
You got the shadow of Santa.
He's the darkest shadow of Santa.
Given magic
Yeah.
to life by the sins of all the children.
I like all of that. That was very good. I don't know how to use it right this second, but I like all of it, and I'm going to steal it.
Better write it down.
I've recorded
So I
it.
do wanna point out that
You actually go back and watch
Constantine
these?
I have them as a reference, and I write down times.
Constantine is definitely a little afraid of Santa Claus because he's familiar with chaotic Santa. Not so much this one because he was kind of in the backseat to Pea Sprout's devotion. So some knowledge, but not a ton.
How does our Jimmy Buffett aficionado feel about being in the midst of all of this educational engineering, as opposed to being like this? This feels like it would be a really out of place for Wayland to be, right? Like, is he out of his depth?
No. Well, he's used to colleges.
He's used to. I'm sure he's used to colleges. Is he used to being in a classroom?
Sure.
Engineering classroom.
Sometimes.
Sorry, let me rephrase. Is he used to being in a classroom during school hours as opposed to hooking up with like a groupie after hours?
Nah, this,
5% of the time, maybe 10 to 25%.
this is where you do your performances during like people's lunch breaks and you sell your CDs.
Yeah.
This is mixtapes.
I want to add a little bit to the lore of the college. This is like the MIT of this type of college.
Absolutely.
Did he just like sit out in the quad underneath the tree and just play the gnome equivalent of Wonderwall?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. No character I would ever play would ever do anything associated with Oasis.
And I said, maybe.
You need the circular glasses, Justin. You're not doing it right.
I will never wear circular glasses in my life.
Hold on.
Why not?
Not a fan of circular glasses. I think I'm more of a square glasses kind of guy.
The
Where?
rectangle.
Mine are kind of circle. Oh, what do they say? Hold on. There's a good TikTok about if you put on circle glasses, you're a Nazi villain.
Well, or you're James Spade.
That's true.
They did rock circular glasses in Kingsman. I will say that. They made it look good.
Oh, I want to point out the models to the Krampus of the sleigh. I don't know what they mean, but here's models of your sleigh. What do you think, Krampus?
It's like my sleigh.
In various states of disrepair or repair.
Well, mine is being repaired right now.
Are these child's toys?
Are you asking me or are you asking Sean?
I'm asking you. I'm holding it up and asking you.
And I'm gonna
What
push
is
the
this?
I'm gonna push the little button on the front of it and say, "Watch," as the prototype blinks out of existence.
At what state in repair did you hold up?
I was holding the broken one.
The most broken one? He pushes the
What are
button,
the-
and it sort of inches its way across your hand.
This is fancy technology right here.
Go, little man, go. You can do it.
And then it starts smoking.
Down on the desk.
It looks like it's 420 blazing it.
Did you put it back on the desk, Constantine, or are you still holding it?
I put it on the desk.
As soon as you put it on the desk, it explodes and shoots metal in all directions.
Son of a bitch, what kind of toys do you guys make?
It's like the
man,
whole
this-
entire room like staring at us.
Draw.
Does someone want to defuse the situation of an explosion, or should I summon the guards?
I'm gonna wave them down as the Krampus.
How are you waving them? Are you waving the guards down, or are you waving like...
Like it's you know what? Let me. I gotta roll for something tonight, so
Do it.
Parlay, baby.
let's
Parlay.
You're going to parlay with strength?
parlay. Yeah.
You're doing your intimidate thing, right?
No, that would be interrogate, which I'm not interrogating the guards.
Oh, I thought you could intimidate.
It's I have seeing red, which only applies during combat, and then I have interrogator, which is when using parlay, using threats of violence as leverage. I guess I could do that.
Yeah, that sounds right. You tell them all sit down because you're mad and angry, or because this is Santa's duty or something.
No, not even that. It's just my turning around and going, "We got this," is kind of the the strength threat on it. Don't worry about it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You take enough assertiveness, and people will just be, okay.
It's like this assertiveness combined with how massive you are.
How massive and abomination looking I am. So
Yeah,
got it.
Roll parlay with strength.
I've rolled interrogator, which is
An interrogator. That's a 5.
You like the effect text?
That is just bad. You only have +1 strength?
Yeah, because intelligence is my main stat.
My question is anyone going to step up and help you out before it goes real bad?
There's nothing you can do because it's just a +1. It won't actually change anything.
We didn't, he turned around and did that. We're all just I'm like, oh shit, cowering from the shrapnel.
Yeah.
And he just screamed at someone.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Mildog is standing there taking shrapnel to the chest with it pushed out as Raleigh the Super Saiyan.
As you yell at this gnome, he drops what he was holding, or you see a couple of gnomes look up, and they all glare at you, and you tell them to sit down and shut up or whatever, and then one of them drops a vial of something, and it clatters to the ground, and then in an instant, that 3 of the desks all together are engulfed in this flame orb that is just hanging in midair, and you can see them being incinerated alive in it, and it just stays there This flame orb doesn't go anywhere. It just encapsulates an area and hovers in midair. And the guards...
Let's see what happens.
And the guards rush over with fire extinguishers and try to put it out. And...
Is it just eating the fire extinguishers?
Yeah, it just eats up everything that's thrown at it. And the guards are like, "Get the containment squad in here. We have a problem. They blew up the magical fire orbs again."
And now, students, this is why we have to be very careful. As you can see, our security teams are taking care of the emergency quick pace. So when you are experimenting, be sure to know that these men are on your side. Everybody give them a round of applause.
As everyone is clapping, one turns over and takes a bow, and a tentacle shoots out of the flame orb, wraps around his neck, and pulls him into the fire orb.
There's only one way to deal with fire orbs in my experience.
Was it like
I'm going.
an octopus tentacle or a flaming tentacle?
Like a flaming tentacle.
Oh, okay. I was just like, all of a sudden I just see like a Cthulhu tentacle like wrap around and pull them in, and I'm like, wait, that's not...
And as the party lets me continue to talk without interrupting me...
Now, everybody, let's head on to the next room where I hear they have a skeleton that is living and talking. And I start, like, shooing us out.
Continue.
In the opposite direction of the flaming squid orb.
Yeah.
As you do that, you hear shrieks behind you, and you see like lashes of fire shoot out and drag more and more gnomes in before you hear a bunch of heavy footfalls get closer to the area with shouts and screams. As you wander farther away, though, you come upon the for lack of a better word, the Skeleton Man section. And you see what amounts to a bunch of work tables all encircling the Skeleton Man and his cage. And you see a bunch of wires running from one of the tables, and what looks like a computer hooked up to an alchemy set where the alchemy fluids are running into the computer, kind of like PC coolant, but not. And then those wires are escaping out of the desk or the work table and into the cage, where they are wrapped around the Skeleton Man in various spots.
So they're experimenting on him.
That's maybe.
All right, tour
Maybe.
guide, what do we do in the skeleton room? I'm gonna prod Melvin a little bit.
We are here to examine and look and see the new exhibit. Everybody get very close to the cage, look at it very closely, and see how he's doing.
And you see a gnome in a lab coat and goggles. He steps forward and says, "Watch this. This will be very interesting. Watch him squirm as I power him up." And he walks over to his computer and types something, and then energy flows into him through some of the cables, and then he is what looks to be electrocuted as the energy is funneled through him into other wires and into the alchemy set.
Huh.
And Jesus lets out a scream while this is happening.
Do all of our characters, like in character, all just go, huh.
Is that how Melvin would respond to seeing... I'm trying to remember Jesus's other name.
Chad?
Chad.
I'm gonna do something
Oh, yeah.
that my character would want me to do. I'm going to lean close to Skeleton Jesus and be like, "Hey, what will you give me if I can get you out of this?"
He's shrieking in pain currently.
I'm going to pull out my flaming sword and just cut the cords that are piping in and out of him.
Go ahead and roll to summon your weapon. And let's see if Santa agrees that the flaming sword is the best one to bring. It's not.
Surprise candy cane.
I cannot remember the last time I rolled a good roll.
I think it was pre-turning into the Krampus.
I think so.
You managed to kill the war chief. You rolled good at some point during that fight.
I guess so.
At least a few times.
Yeah, but most of my rolls as the Krampus have been sub 6.
Ain't nothing doing, right?
Anyways,
So
what do
you
I get sent instead?
go. I don't know what to send you with a 6.
Roll a d5. There's 5 weapons,
No.
or a d6 for.
No, we don't send you nice. This is it. So.
Well,
if it-
actually, because a 7 to 9 is Santa sends you what he thinks. This is worse than that.
Right. This is an absolute failure. Something
Yeah.
something has gone wrong.
Who did you give one of your divine weapons to? The flaming sword appears in shrieking Jesus'
Oh God.
Yeah, I just imagine him.
I got it for you. I got it for you. Your busted sleigh appears, but it doesn't appear subtly or in a nice way.
Sleigh never appears subtly. That's the point of the sleigh.
This is a callback to how the old Krampus would appear in the sleigh, as if ramming
Yeah.
into things.
Yeah.
And the sleigh appears, runs into the table with the computer and the gnome, crushing the gnome scientist immediately, sending him into 2 pieces. And the
wanna
chemicals
dive out of the
and the chemicals start leaking out of the alchemy set. The wires are shooting up sparks, and a fire has started next to the computer.
I'm going to help Jesus out of his cage since he is no longer electrified.
How are you going to do that?
I'm going to open the cage. Like, I guess I'll look at the body of the guy who is torturing him, and
Well, some of it is over there, and some of it's over there.
I will search the main part of the torso where he would have his.
I mean, he's split down the middle. What do you consider the main? Like the upper half or
I
the
guess.
bottom half?
You're not
Bottom
going to
half.
dig through the entrails? That's
He
naturally where he would keep the key.
In his entrails. Wherever his pants are, his bottom half.
Okay, well, he's got a coat pocket with the keys on him. It's like a breast pocket. So you don't find that because you're looking for the pants pocket.
Of course, if you looked in the lab coat, they would be in his pants pockets.
Absolutely, that's how this works. You find the key, and you open up Jesus's cage.
Do I get anything else off of this gnome corpse?
He's got a little notebook that describes how to make gnome magical explosives and the chemical reactions needed to create it.
I'll take that.
I don't know why I gave you an explosive hand guide, but that was a thing.
That's what you like to do. You just give me random shit.
I know, and
Like,
I mostly regret it every single time.
Now you take that and you apply it to your bag of Trollwurst in some fashion.
That's what I was thinking, actually.
This is how the Time War never actually happens, and it's Constantine's fault.
And he just ends the world.
The
with
world is
explosive
done.
controller.
This is why they couldn't find Timeline C.
That's it.
It was just a giant troll sauce.
The other scientists are shrieking as they come in with fire extinguishers, trying to put out the fires and roll up the cables, and they've got cat litter pouring on the chemicals.
I'm going to
And
whisk Jesus away out the back door.
the back door, there's only an elevator, and it's over there near the flaming sphere octopus thing.
They didn't get that under control.
It's only been a few minutes.
You want this to go down? Meldog, watch Jesus. I'm gonna take the bag of Trollwurst out. And
No.
march towards your tentacles, son.
Hold on. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, Mike. Let's think about this for a second. If that thing eats matter and it grows bigger, and we feed it an infinite supply of hot dogs, we're dead.
How do we know it does that though?
It's an extinction level event.
But
I want to feed it. I'm gonna counter Meldog's advice with if I feed it enough trollwurst fast enough, it will collapse on itself and go away. Density argument. It won't keep expanding if it's too dense.
can I discern realities?
Absolutely.
I feel like we just pulled up a whiteboard and we're like, no, your math is wrong here.
As you and Constantine have pulled up a whiteboard and markers, a tentacle has shot out of the orb much farther than you thought possible, based on how far it reached out before, and has wrapped its tentacle around Jesus' ankle and is pulling him into the orb.
I'm gonna grab the tentacle.
Okay, it is
Straight up.
as you grab onto it. It feels like fire. Go ahead and take 1 fire damage.
Okay.
I sever the tentacle with my scythe.
You're in an argument right now with Melvin about the density and the patrol worst, so no, you can't.
Well, I very
I will
clearly
once
want
again
this
try to
roll
summon my divine weapon to deal with this.
Excellent. Go for it.
This is how you shoot the sleigh into the freaking fireball. Oh, come on! God.
Go ahead, mark XP again, Scott.
Sounded Lord.
Guess how much XP I have.
You can level up. Twice.
I can level up twice.
Yes! Need a long rest.
You know how much Constantine had 27 XP when he died? Or 26. Or not Constantine, Peace Brown.
Ooh, what a way to
Oh,
go.
God. Okay, I'm gonna either scythe or troll burst. Scythe or troll burst.
Hold on, we got to figure out what happens now that the tentacle, which has wrapped around Jesus, and another one has shot out and wrapped around the Krampus's ankle, and they're both being dragged in.
Okay, I'm gonna try to use the scythe to sever these bad boys.
That's a good idea. I think hack and slash. Or defy danger with strength. But there you go. What's your damage dice? We don't know. Do 1d10 for now. That feels like enough. You sever the lava tentacles from them as they are dragged halfway across the room. And you can see the burnt bone marks around Jesus' ankle, and it just burns. Your armor burns right now, Krampus. I don't know, do you have armor, or do you have boots, or do you have just
I
tough
have
leather
armor.
skin?
Well, I mean, I have divine armor.
Right. So you have a Santa getup.
Yeah.
That we've determined cannot be destroyed and will magically reattach, as was the the history with Klaus, who kept ripping his shirt off.
Right.
I miss the girth slapping. I do. But anyway.
You slap your girth as you say, summon angel wings.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to... Hey, Meldog, I could use a hand with this. I'm going to take out the Trollworst bag and point it at the
You're doing this?
the micro sun. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's roll...
No. I'll tell you what to roll.
Well, no, with Meldog. Like, we're having an interaction. Maybe intelligence? Should we roll in?
I don't know. What are you rolling? What are you trying to figure out?
See whose argument makes the most sense.
Yeah,
Straight
I
in?
think it would work. Yeah, we'll just do an int roll off here.
Yes, you won! So the Trollworst bag goes back into my bag.
As we notice that people are getting like attacked, I'm like, oh no. I'm gonna pull out my my new spear,
Trident.
and I'm gonna hack and slash
At the fire orb?
at the tentacle.
I thought the tentacle was already cut.
Tentacles
Oh.
are cut from around their ankles.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to stab the fire orb.
Okay. As you, I didn't say to roll hack and slash because you don't need to roll hack and slash to stick your pitchfork into lava and then pull out and see that the pointy bits are gone now.
Uh-oh.
Wait, did he get a spear? Did he just battle forge his own spear? It's just 1 point.
I want you to know that you hurt me over and over again, and it makes me sad to know that you won't let me even have it for one fucking fight. I just want to stab one thing, and you could have just let it happen.
I could have.
I could have skewered it. It could have been a spicy meatball on my trident, but no, you just give things to me and take them away.
Just to take them away.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away.
Did he happen to forge a hardened spear by whatever magic fireball?
It's very sharp now. The one bit of it.
Yes, you have. Oh, God.
I have like a glaive. It's
More or less.
It looks like something you get from like a WoW tier raid where it's like overly designed with like multiple barbs and it's just like, Jesus Christ.
Ooh, what blacksmith on the right mind sat around and came up with this?
You know what makes me laugh so hard about this? Do you remember the lobster monsters? Scott?
Yes.
I was like, Meldoc would be the perfect person to fight a lobster monster. Oh, okay. So, is the orb growing now?
It is. It keeps taking in more and more gnomes.
Are there any gnomes around us trying to extinguish the fire?
No, the gnomes are running now.
Can we reach the exit?
The elevator is very close.
Just book it.
I'm gonna grab a hold of Jesus and like, Meldog, let's go take Jesus.
I've heard Jesus take the wheel, but don't take Jesus, or take Jesus as a new one. And I'm going to pick up the skeleton, kind of like you pick up like a duffel bag with like 2 arms, and like where his spine is, and I'm gonna carry him that way.
He
So
shouts,
arms and legs
this is very uncomfortable. He sounds
he
kind of like Eeyore. This is not fun.
Well, it's tactical carry, all right? And you're too bony in your rib cage if I try to do it the other way.
I'm so tactical right now. Tactical.
I want to grab a couple random vials of shit and just put them into my bag.
Sure. You grab a couple random vials. They're all different colors. None of them are the same. You have 3 of them.
They're all like, pointing that out there. I'm not just dumping shit into my world.
You're dumping shit in your inventory for funsies later.
I gotta have items to trade, and I started off naked with a scythe that I might trade.
I don't know what kind of backpack you're carrying either.
Well, I assume whatever satchel that Peace Sprout had.
Okay. You run to the elevator and step on the pressure plate?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
As you do, you see the flaming orb like flex, grow, and then shrink, and then grow again. And it seems to be moving, it seems to be fluctuating in size very erratically before it disappears as the elevator takes you to the top.
Like the thing just blinked out of existence, or we stopped seeing it as it was fluctuating?
You stop seeing it because the elevator eclipsed the point, or eclipsed through the wall that you could see.
Okay.
Well, not our
I'm glad
problem
that
anymore.
danger- Yeah, totally gone. Nothing bad can happen from this out-of-control fireball that is in the basement?
They'll deal with it. We're fine.
Oh, maybe that's why it was so far underground.
They got this. It's like Cheyenne Mountain. They'll be fine.
In the middle of Tugamer's campus.
I mean, this is the MIT. I assume that they have So did we just get off on a floor, like a random floor, or where did we go?
You end up back at the top. There's only 2 floors. There's the entrance
Top and bottom.
and the bottom.
Oh,
As you walk out with Jesus in hand, you see a familiar friend walking towards the elevator,
I swear to God, if it's Wu Nord, I will cut him where he stands.
and it is your a friendly. Someone say the name. Or someone say the acronym again.
Tidgummer. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Tidgummer?
Tidgummer.
The Gudemer.
You see your favorite Tegumener alumni, the blacksmith that makes the tridents, walk by with what appears to be a wrapped bag over his shoulders and a bunch of pitchfork ends sticking out the back.
Hi, Mr. Blacksmith. What are you doing here?
Well, it's a delivery, special delivery for the gnomes downstairs.
I swear to
Oh,
God,
yeah.
if you say horticulture, I'm gonna be so.
Oh, my good friend! How's your spear working? How's your device working for you?
I pull it out and show it its new alternate art mode.
Excellent, alternate art mode.
I think he might owe you 2 extra gold for that. That was a feature. You didn't
Would you like me to fix this for you? I do it for 6 gold.
How about this? You don't go on the elevator and not die a horrible fiery death because we're going to tell you that there's a giant fiery tentacle fireball monster, and you fix it for free.
5 gold.
I have something that you would like. It's certainly worth at least 10 gold, and I'm just gonna grab one of the random vials of shit.
What is this?
Kool-Aid.
It's a 10 gold solution of ultimate mything. That's a thing.
Nothing can make my weapons better. I am the
No, no, it
expert.
It makes them magical.
Was my trident not magical, Brody
I
O'Connor?
mean, look at the thing.
It must have come in contact with some incredible magic to melt.
No, actually it didn't. He washed it off with a garden hose, and this is...
Parlay.
Why am I always dealing with this guy to get stuff? Why?
I was just going to leave. I'm going to go let him burn.
I thought you actually wanted something. Now I'm just wasting my time.
You don't have
No,
to
I
take a
know-
trident from him.
No, because the last time I got a trident from him, it sucked. I want to get a trident from someone better.
He's the best that Kundamer has to offer.
That's not saying much there, champ. Is this a good stopping point? We're at like 10:30 right now.
Oh,
I didn't even realize it was after 10.
We're at a great
Yeah.
stopping point. We can gloss over the dealings with the blacksmith. Let's do questions real quick.
You could have just been a simple man, Sean, and taken my freaking trade.
I could have. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes,
What did we learn?
Good.
Fireballs exist.
to Gudimer.
Gudemer.
Oh, I'm excited about Tegudimer. I'm sure it's going to be something big in the world. Did we?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go
I was just
ahead.
wondering, with shit like that, with these places, do you ever come to the sessions with like a relative place in mind, or you just like they'll get bored and go somewhere?
The second time, 100%, or the second thing, 100%. Like
Zero plan.
Zero planning. The only things I had were where the gnome army was, and the thing I wanted to do was Santa Claus. Other than that, like I didn't know if y'all were gonna try to deal with Jesus or go somewhere or do anything. I knew y'all would come up with something interesting, and I could kind of pivot off of that.
You killed my character, Sean. You killed him.
You
Left
are.
him in the streets to burn.
Yep, sure did. Is he the notable monster that we overcame? And I'm not asking you, Chris. I'm asking the rest of the party. Is Peace Sprout the notable monster that was overcame?
Yes.
I think so.
Well, I was gonna say I don't want to hurt Chris's feelings, but
So, I mean,
If you agree, Chris, I'll give everyone 1 XP. If you can say Peace Sprout was a monster.
here's one thing that I hope. I hope I never see him again.
Now, I have to ask, why would you say those exact words to me, knowing who I am as a person?
Well, mainly because, you know,
It was like, you know what? I don't want to see Klaus, and I don't want to see Gideon. Hell, I don't want to see Venom either, but here we go.
my laptop is tiny for power.
I was going to say, we were getting a good shot of your crotch.
nice.
Yeah. For the stream, man. Gotta get those viewers.
You're going to get me banned. I do have experience blurring out stuff.
I still cannot believe she did that. Like, this many years after the fact. Like, for those of you unaware, we used to have someone, like, in our D&D game, and one day she decided, I'm gonna change shirts, and instead of like stepping off camera, she literally got up, took a step back, and just took her shirt off on camera, and everyone was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
And she didn't do it once.
She did it like 3 times.
Good lord.
You know what they say, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I don't remember.
Fool me 3 times, Sean gets banned from YouTube. So are you going to tell me Peace Sprout's a monster, Chris? Everyone gets XP if you do.
I mean, he served death. I don't know, monstrous. Does that make sense? Just murdering innocent gnomes and then bringing people back as abominations repeatedly.
Yes. That is
I mean,
mon-
it's kind of a Dr. Frankenstein, really. He's not the monster, he creates them.
Okay, so everyone gets XP. Did we loot memorable treasure from someone that wasn't Peace Sprout?
Yes. 3 random vials that I have no idea what they do.
I wouldn't say that they're memorable yet.
Oh wait, the book of detonating gelatinous fluid or
Oh shit, yeah, that's a good one. Did
Why
anyone?
would you get that? Here, do you want to make bomb?
So, I like to give you magical items that are vague on purpose because I don't want to give you like a +1 sword because that's boring. But if I give you the way to blow up all these things, that's how we end up with another Troll Horse bag.
That's true.
And that's like a memory making device, not a +1 sword of boring.
I would love a +1 sword of boring. Please make that a real thing.
When it successfully connects with somebody, they're just like, it's like the apathy sword. They're just kind of like, what's the point?
Did anyone fulfill a bond or alignment?
Okay, I think I have a good +1.
Actually, I did endanger yourself in combat with an unnatural threat. I did jab that thing with my trident.
Yeah.
I also
XP.
did my alignment of leap into danger without a plan, and I tried to grab on the flaming tentacle without really anything.
Yep, that's an XP.
I would say that Peace Sprout is a criminal or unbeliever who I denied mercy.
You do not have Chris, you don't have alignments or bonds yet.
I feel like he gave me that XP for just throwing him into death's grasp and doing whatever he wants.
Nah.
Didn't you say he got absorbed into the site?
Yeah, I
To
did.
rewatch.
I said that.
Oh yeah, I know what I want to do. I want to summon a peace sprout.
That's a thing.
Is he is summonable now, right? Since he's an undead.
Yeah. Could be.
We'll have to talk about that, won't we? All right, that's all I got, guys. If y'all got to bounce, bounce. Chris, we need to figure out what your character is.
I'll see y'all later.
All right, see you, Brett.
Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
See you, Justin.
Okay, I'm kind of excited now. I have no idea what to do.
Let's see.
I mean, what would be interesting? So I've done somebody who's really strong. I've got the guy who loves to make deals. I really like that as a core of Constantine's character. But I also feel like he's a guy who honors his deals.
Right.
Except in the case of one that's going to potentially send him somewhere he doesn't want to be. So deals and self-preservation.
I'm curious about a warlock or a mage or a wizard.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, but Constantine isn't inherently magical, so he's got to, I guess, get it from death then?
Then you'd want to be a warlock. Make a warlock pact with death. Could be your mystical patron, right?
Yeah, it is very it's very much like the Krampus situation now, where I'm not getting like cool powers for me to use though. Like the first one was trickery, now it's like
It's the scythe. The scythe is your is your magical weapon, right? Don't they usually have some kind of like pact weapon?
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
so I see what you're saying.
How about this?
I really think I might get some fake university T-shirts of Taguda Mermaid. Like it'll be like Taguda Mer and then like a cube, the gelatinous cube. Oh, that'll make me so happy.
So I'm on that big list of nonsense. Ooh, that's interesting. The big list of Dungeon World classes on Reddit.
Yeah, I'm looking. Okay, so
I've got to go get Alex to bed, so I'll talk to you guys later.
See you, Jeff.
All right.
see you later. So I do have a question.
Okay.
If Constantine straight up came out of, whatever ethereal void, why does Constantine have Constantine's body?
That's a good question.
Where did he come from? That's kind of what I'm...
That's a good question. That would
There's
be
a
so.
lot, Sean. I was not expecting that. And I also wasn't expecting to die.
I wasn't expecting you to die either. I had to think. I do no planning. I especially don't do planning for death because that's silly. I shouldn't plan for y'all to die. But
It's
I have to.
like Justin's happy my character died.
Peace Sprout was a lot. Like, Peace Sprout was a constant cause of problematic things because of how, like, I don't know. It was like it was like seeing the party have whiplash back and forth over. He would like see evil and then been like, just turn around or like disregard everything else, all the other problems, and immediately deal with that one instead of the more important things.
That's true.
I actually assumed that Peace Sprout would be more like a thief or a rogue than a magical person.
Peace Sprout or Constantine? Who are you talking about?
Sorry, Constantine.
Oh wait, where's the? Can you drop the Reddit link in the thing, or did you already?
I did for Warlock.
Well, there's. Oh, it's just like r/dungeon world or something.
Yeah. Oh, well, the link I posted was the Warlock. I'll post the giant Reddit list.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Dude, check it out. Got new sunglasses.
They're round.
Yeah.
I will say this: Peace Sprout was kind of hard to play.
Only because you
Like,
played him chaotically.
It was more driven by doing. Like he would do things. Like that's kind of the way it was. He wasn't super magical. It was like hit things or touch things or which is why I think it's so ironic. He like accidentally kills a gnome and kills himself trying to fix it. And with magic no less, that avoids armor. Okay, base. So where did you see? Okay, you're saying burglar, city thief, cloak. Ooh, I do like con artist. Oh wait, I don't have access to this. Did you have to request
Like, which one?
the con artist?
Oh, I don't have access to hardly any of these. Thief Rogue. Yeah, access denied. I requested access.
Oh, whoa.
What about
Wait,
the
was the
Swindler or the Trickster?
Hey, Sean, did you see the Krampuses on here?
Are you sure? Oh, yeah.
Whoa, okay. Starting moves, the naughty list, down through the chimney. I look good without a shirt. Oh god, this kind of sounds like Klaus. Kidnaps Zack. Oh my god.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me... Scott, you need to look at this. I'll post it. Threaten the kids. When you attempt to coerce someone to do what you ask by threatening their children, roll charisma. Oh shit, the naughty list. When you learn someone's true name, you may check your lists. The GM will tell you if their name is on the nice list, the naughty list, or neither.
I won't be able to play that. I'm fucking awful with that shit.
I feel like that's kind of that mechanic is very similar to how we did the Ask Death if this thing is evil. Like very, very, very similar. Good mechanic. Let's see. Con artist, imposter, muscle nomad, punk rascal. Ah, this is hard. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Oh, what are you looking at, Chris? And let's hurry it along. I gotta get to bed so I can wake up at the crack acid dawn and go climbing.
Okay. I mean, I'm thinking through the mechanics now. I mean, what? So, okay, what was the? I guess it would be interesting to figure out what your ideas with the scythe were. That absorbs souls. Can they come out of it?
I don't have any ideas other than what has already been displayed in fiction. The scythe didn't exist sucking up Pea Sprout's soul until the very moment it happened, and then you asked for it, and I'm like, well, I guess so.
I know.
So I'm like, maybe I was thinking some sort of Death Knight or a Necromancer, and the Scythe, while a Scythe could be like a magical staff also.
I'm thinking, what would a necromancer do?
It's hard to say.
Okay, I mean, I can take some time to look and try to figure something out, because I think there's some interesting ideas. Like this whole thing, like I was totally caught off guard too. I was like, that's the deal that was made. Pea Sprout's dead, and then you were like, pick, and that's why I messaged you. I was like, I'm 99% sure that I can't.
I did not take that into consideration. My thought process was, okay, here's a tough choice to make while also giving you a character to play.
I mean, I think it was good though. I mean, it kind of sucks the way that it went down, where it's like, Pea Sprout, you gotta go.
I'm glad you picked Constantine for the narratively, or for that narrative option where it doesn't. I'm sorry. I'm glad you picked Constantine because you didn't think narratively Constantine could die yet. But if you had picked Pea Sprout, I would have done something else with Constantine that would have forced him to die, but would have probably added a complication to the world, knowing that someone else has his soul on standby.
That would have been a very interesting war. You got the devil coming after death. That'd be a real interesting angle.
Sorry, devil coming after death, cross timeline.
That's what was weird to me. I sent you that, and I was just like, oh, he'll probably explain this paradox away by saying, well, you're in a different place. And then you're like, no, death can't take him. And I was like, oh shit, okay, so we got this weird universality thing going on.
Like, I don't like to explain things away when I don't have to. I like to, if I have an opportunity to add a complexity to a character or to the story to make things more interesting, I'm going to do that. Even if I don't know what the answer is, I'm going to be like, well, let's do some, like an example being that the war chief being a contender in Battle of the Bands. Like, I didn't think of that until I went running today, and I was like, what if she was? And what would that mean? And I have no idea what it would mean, but I think it'd be very interesting. And I think if we figure out what it means, that there's something strange going on with Battle of the Bands outside of the normal strangeness that's going on.
All Battle of the Bands is going on, and then we go to the university that we just made up.
Because we can't stay on track for anything more than like a single session.
Well, okay, the Jesus wagon showed up. That was such a good plot point. Like, I love that happened because he knew we wouldn't just let him go. We'd be like, oh, skeleton. And that's why I go, oh, Jesus, because I wasn't sure.
Oh, I thought you said like, oh, Jesus Christ, like you were making an exclamation. I was like, yep, that's him.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I was saying. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And then we followed him to the mage's college.
Like, that's what I want to do every session is put something in front of you where you have to make a decision whether to ignore it or not. And if you ignore it, something happens. If you go after it, something else happens. But if you go after it, all those other things that you've been ignoring session after session, they become a little more complex.
Well, we're still piddling around the Gnome Kingdom, and we've got Geldar and all that shit. I mean, we didn't necessarily stop the war. We just displaced a bunch of elves into Margaritaville. And
right.
An army that. So, I mean, that's one that I'm just like, it's sticking in the back of my mind because I'm like, okay, we know now the gnomes don't have an army. And we know that this army was just turned away to a place that, as far as we know, Waylon hasn't communicated with the people there that this army of other tundra elves or whatever is.
Right. They're going to be, like, Margaritaville is going to be in the middle of a refugee crisis.
Then we got good old Strom, just taking more and more land. I do feel like there's a big game of Risk. Every time I look at the map, I'm just like, oh no, we don't have enough world political knowledge. Because, okay, Peace Sprout's dead. Waylon has contacts with Serena, but we just also killed the war chief.
Yep.
So we have no active contact with Geldar, right?
You've never had a contact with Geldar.
Well, Serena was our...
Serena was from Oakton.
I could technically use Angel Wings to get to Geldar since I'm familiar with him, but Angel Wings is kind of messed up right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like, I don't even know what we would go to him for right now. Like, it does hurt the plot, but at least it's not going to turn into a brawl on site. Because that's where it was going to go. If we showed up to Geldar's, Peace Sprout was going to go at him. Like, that's...
Well, the Krampus is under orders to go talk to the King of Geldar. Or King Geldar.
So, we should probably... Well, we need to go talk to him at some point. Although the Jesus thing is one of the more concerning things because he showed up. You know, we were just kind of like, he's off screen being harvested for whatever the hell the cult was doing. And then now the gnomes have caught him. I'm so worried about how powerful the gnomes are. Like,
you should be. Have you looked at their section of the map?
Oh, did it? Like,
it hasn't changed visibly. But I'll tell you that the Twin Tentacles cult, that land is probably gnome land right now. And the Amarok tribe lands, it's not just Strom that's going to be creeping into it. The Gnome Kingdom would be smart to creep into it as well.
Oh, shit. I didn't even see that. Oh, damn. So we do have a game of Risk.
More or less.
You know, looking at this now with how much, like, territory the gnomes have, like, even without the additions, it's just kind of like, you're like, oh, holy shit, how did these, like, weak-ass people get and maintain this much territory?
Doesn't make any sense, does it?
Nope. But we'll
Man,
figure that out.
I feel like the gnomes are up to shit.
Probably.
No, the gnomes are definitely up to shit. And something is going to happen unless you stop it.
That's the problem, Sean. Every time we try to stop something from happening, we're like, oh yeah, let's send all these refugees here and divert them from the gnomes who already have this vast amount of territory. And it's weird that they didn't seem very concerned about the Amarok tribe. Like, that's the one that I think just sticks in my mind the most. Them being so unthreatened, they didn't have anything ready to go, like, fight them.
Have you seen you know what happens when people touch the walls?
Oh, yeah, that's true. But that's, I mean, they have the mage college, and they didn't even send any of their mages to the front line.
They were so unconcerned with the oncoming threat that was broadcasted on live television that they did nothing to prepare for it.
And then we turned her into a monster. Like, I feel like Justin feels relieved in some way. He's like, thank God Peace Sprout is gone. I felt so bad for him. He wanted to deal with her, and then someone who, serves the Dark Lord Santa Claus decided to grab a magic wand, and it went off.
Can't help it. have to narratively drive it forward.
Well, I like the inner party stuff. Like with anybody, I'm just like, okay, let's do some kind of check in the situation and see who's right. Like I don't mind. It's not like really PvP. Like I'm not gonna haul off and stab somebody with a sword. And then you're like, the mind control spell you cast deflects off of a fingernail, and it's Justin. And then you're like, wait, flip a coin. Hopefully it'll be the donkey. And I was like, Sean, you're not cutting me any slack here. Like, I screwed up what he was doing, but it was narratively correct. You know, somebody brandished their sword, and I took out my 2 wands. And then a struggle ensues, and I was like, we're fighting over these, so one of them's going to shoot.
It made sense at the time. I didn't like how it played out. I think it could have played out in a more... I don't know. In a better way, especially for Justin. Like, I dislike taking control of someone's character away from them.
That's why I was trying to give him an easy out. I was like, we need to get inside.
Right, but the thing is, I shouldn't have let it get to that point anyway. I should have said, okay, it deflected at you. You have mind controlled yourself, and figure out what that means.
That's where I thought it was going. And then when you're like, it goes randomly at the party, and I was like, please, God, do your DM magic and don't let it do anything to Justin. And then it went the worst possible way. The RNG gods were just against him.
Like, when I get to a point where I don't know what to do things, my stalling tactic is to have you roll dice to figure it out.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Like, okay, I don't know what to do. Let's randomly roll a bunch of dice, and here's X, Y, and Z.
That's why I did it in the D&D game, where I would say, roll me a D100. That would give me like 10 seconds to think.
Yep.
That was, I have to say, that situation was hard. Like, I don't know what I would have done. Like, it made sense. Although I was surprised you didn't cast it back at me. That was, I think, the most...
That's what I should have done. But it was such an easy and obvious thing that I didn't want to do it.
And then it, like, curls through the air and is like, I'm coming for you. And I imagine Justin just, like, running, and it's like, no.
All right. Well, I need you to come up with the character sheet, and I need to go to bed so I can wake up.
Okay, how many... Does he start over at...
Yep, level 1.
Yep, I'm at level 2, man. It's a level 1 endeavor.
Well, yeah, so level 1, and it's 4 starting moves, is that what it is? I don't remember what the...
It should say on the character sheet how it works. Like, each character sheet is different, and some have 4 or 5 starting moves.
Alright, well, I'm going to head off, so I'll see you guys later.
Yep.
See ya.
We'll figure it out.
All right. Good luck. Figure it out. Hit me up in chat. I'll be around all day tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.